Hi guys, today we are going to finish our class about arithmetic sequence series. We'll prove that the sum of the arithmetic sequence is true using the mathematical induction. I advise everyone to go and watch the previous video about arithmetic series, how we can find the sum and how we prove it. We will prove today the sum. I'm going to do a quick review for this class. If you like, please do like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe us, please. And let us go to our class. Arithmetic sequence. Just to refresh your memory with arithmetic sequence, I need to refresh your memory with the arithmetic sequence, which is when we have a group of numbers, when we have as example 3, 7, 11, 15, 19. Just please watch the other video. Now we see the difference between any two terms is 4. We call it the previous video, which is yesterday I did it. This is the common difference, D equal 4. Then we said we can find any term of this sequence by using this formula, A1 plus n minus 1 times D. And let me just take this guy here small and make it an. Then, if this as example, this is the 4, 1, 2, 5th term. If I need to find the fifth term, the fifth term equals the first term, which is 3, plus D is how much? You said 4, and n minus 1, 5, minus 1 is 4. Now multiply first. 3 plus 16 is 19. Now after that we said we can write this as this sequence. This, when we have commas, we call it sequence. When we have like this, 3 plus 7 plus 11 plus 15 plus 19 all the way. The last term will be what? The last term will be A, right? AN, which is what? A1 plus, right? N minus D. We can write this as a sum notation. N goes from 1 to the n. A n plus n minus 1 times D. In my example here, I can write it like this. A1 plus, which is, A1 is what? A1, 3, in my example, 3, plus n minus 1 times what? D, which is 4. Let me just make this what? In the blue, 3 and what? 4, and n goes from 1 to infinity. Okay. Look here, if you're going to expand this one, you start from number 1. If you start when n equal 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Give you 3. Give you what? 3. Plus, when n equal 2. I want to do it on the side here for you. When n equal 2, 3. Look here. Plus, 2 minus 1 is 1 times 4, which is 7. Then after that, take n equal 3. Do you know what I'm doing? 3 minus 1, 2 times, right? 2. I'm going to do it on the side here. Different color. 3 plus, we're taking 3, right? 3 minus 1 is 2 times 4, which is equal 11. And you keep going. Okay. Now this is my 3, 7, 11, and you can keep going. And we said the sum of which one? This guy, which is A1 plus N minus, that's yesterday, equal N1, N number of terms, times the first term and the last term we need, right? Okay, now let us see. Okay, if we need n equal 1 to the 3, if we need the, n equal to the n, I'm sorry, n, if we need the sum as example, and we said if we don't need to know the last term, this n over 2, a1 plus an, a1 plus this guy, n minus 1, n minus 1 times d, right? Now doing this guy here, in this case, in the second case, we don't need to know the last term, n minus 1 times d. In my example here, this sum of from n equal 1, a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, to n. As example, in my previous example, I have n if I need the sum from 1 to the 7 of the previous example, which is the 3 plus n minus 1, right? Times d is 4. How many terms I need? The first term, a1 equal 3. That's what you need to know, right? Then, how many terms I need to know here? 7 terms. 7 over 2. 2 times 3, 6. 7 minus 1 is 6, and d is 4. 7 over 2. 6 plus 24. 7 over 2 times 30. If you use your calculator, 15,105. Let us try to add it in the top, the first 7 terms. Here, 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 right? 1 term. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the term after that, let me erase this one here. The 23, 27. If you add these terms, I'm positive you will find it equal to 105. Let me just do it quickly in your 10, 21, 3 plus 7, 10. 10 plus 11, 21, 36, 36, 55, 55, and this 50 is 105. Good. Okay. Then, this what we have, right? This sum of this. This left side, then I can write the left side as what? A1 plus A1, right? Look here, A1, the first one at 1, right? At the second one, A1 plus D. Then A1 plus 2D. Then A1 plus 2D. Till I reach what? All the way to where? A1 plus n minus 1d. In the other side, in the right side, all this equal to n over 2, right? N over 2, 2a1 plus 2a1 plus, okay, hey, n minus 1 times d. N minus 1, okay, blue, n minus 1 times d. Okay. Close it. Then this the right from the, this is the left side, which is the left side come from where? From the sum from n equal 1 to the n, a1 plus n minus 1 times d. a1. Okay. Now, using mathematical induction, you need three steps. Using mathematical induction, you know how many steps we need, guys? We need 3 steps to prove it using mathematical induction. We need to see the left side and the right side both right at n equal 1. Step 1 at n equal 1. When n equal 1, the left side here, you see, which is equal a1 plus n minus 0, n 1 minus 1. I'm going to do 2 1 minus 1 times d, which is a1 plus 0 times d0, which is what? 0, which is a1. Then this is my left side. My right side at n equal 1, just plug 1 here, n equal 1 here. This is 1 over 2, because n is 1. 2a1, 2a1, 1 minus 1, 0, right? Time d is 0. Then half times 2a1, cancel 2 with 2, it's a1. Good. Then we prove it at what? At the first step, right? The second step, we're gonna prove it when n equal k. That 2 when n equal k, all what we have to do is change any n in the equation to the k. Then a1 plus a1 plus a1 plus d plus, you following me, a2 plus 2d plus what? 2d plus plus plus, right? Plus 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 till we reach to what? a1. Instead of n minus 1 plus, we're gonna have k minus 1, right? K minus 1 times d. This is the left side. The right side, this is the left side. The right side, we have n over 2, which is here. Look, guys, it's gonna be k over 2. K over 2, a1, right? And close, plus, it is k minus 1, right? D. I have to put 2a1 here. 2a1, right? 2a1. This is true also. We change n equal k. The last step is to prove it. The last step is to prove this sum for one term after. And if I want, I'm going to using the rule for 3 terms. Then I need to prove it for 4 terms. I'm using the rule for 5 terms. I need to use it for 6 terms, 7 terms, 8 terms, 9 terms, 10 terms. Then I need 1 term more. Then we call this k at k plus 1. At k what? Plus 1. Good. K plus 1, that's the term after this. Then we're going to copy these ones. Look here, I'm going to take this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Did it? Undo. Okay. Group it. Copy. Paste. And bring it down here. You see this guy here? Let me just minimize it a little bit if I can. Yeah. Okay, here. Okay. A little bit minimized. Now Okay. Now the term comes after that. After this, I'm going to use different color. That means if you put k plus 1 here, if you change k here to plus the term after this, it's going to be k, this k is going to be k plus 1, then it's going to be a1, the term after that, a1, k plus 1 minus 1 is only k, right? Plus kd, kd. This is the term after this term, is one more, k minus 1, change k to k plus 1, becomes a1. Look, all this side, from here to here, from here to here, we know it's equal to what? This is the left side. We know all this from here to here equal k over 2, 2a1 plus k minus 1 d. Right? All this from here to here, it's equal to this. Now the extra thing, which is this guy, plus a1 plus kd. I'm doing the left side. I'm going to back the right side later on. Good. Multiply k over 2 times 2a is, I'm going to do, okay, k over 2 times is ka1, right? Plus k over 2, right? And here we have k minus 1 and d plus a1 plus kd. Look, this term has kd and this term has what? Kd. I'm going to do this term over what? 2. This over 1. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2. What you notice? We have k over 2. Let me just take, also look to this term and this term in this color and this term. What we have, a1 as a common factor, we have k plus 1. This is hard to prove, but I need you to understand it. And between this guy and this guy, the one I circle, I'm going to take, okay, I'm going to take k over 2 plus and d, you see the d, the blue one, as a common factor. What left? K minus 1, you see that? From this guy left k minus 1. From this guy, we have this guy is here, kd, 2kd over 2. You see this guy here? 2kd. When you take kd over 2, when you take kd over 2, what left only? A plus 2. Okay. Now what we have here? a1, k plus 1. a1, I'm going to do it in blue. K plus 1, and here plus kd over 2, and here k, you see, minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. Now the last step, take k plus 1 as the greatest common factor. K plus 1 as the greatest common, what left? The blue guys, a1 plus kd over 2. Okay. This is the left side. Go to the right side, we're going to change k to k what? Plus 1. Here we have k over 2, right? Okay, k plus 1, a1 plus what? Okay, now here we're going to take it to k plus 1. This k becomes k plus 1, right? The same thing. This k, we needed to change it to k plus 1. What's going to happen with 1? Because then k over 2, 2a1 plus k what? D. Right? Which is k over 2 multiply ka plus 2a1 plus k minus 1 over d. We have to change this to k plus 1. Any k, I'm sorry. Let me just erase all this. K plus 1 and the other k plus 1. and this k also to k plus 1, and this k to k plus 1. Then we have k plus 1 over 2, 2a plus kd, right? Let us see if we can get this quickly. K plus 1 over 2. Look here. K, I'm gonna show you something here. Now, if you go to this guy here, and you put this 1 here, and 2 here, and 2 here, right? To have the same, then K plus 1, and this inside, 2A1 plus KD over what? 2, right? If you take the 2 out, right? K plus 1 over 2, 2A1 plus KD. Let us compare between the final answer here and the final answer here. Remember this? 2A1. You see this A1. Okay, I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to show you if this is similar to that what I have. Okay. Let me just copy this guy, another one. Make it a group. This one, right? I want to take it where all the way to see if that works with the other one. Right here. Yes. Okay. This is my left. Okay. Wow. The same, right? K plus 1 over 2. K plus 1 over 2. 2A1 plus KD. Guys, thank you for having me today. And if you have any question about all what I did today, just don't forget to email me and subscribe if you want to subscribe. If you want this material, inshallah, if you did this material, you can text me and email me to this email or this phone number. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you guys and have a nice day.